Hey, so this is Chris looking at my data from last round. Had a bit of an off, my first high side, which had to happen sometime, right? Um, so I'm looking at the data and picking out some things about my riding that I'd like to improve. So I thought I would just do a video showing my lap timer and the data you can pull off of it, which kudos to Speed Angle. It survived a crash where my frame and various other parts of the bike did not. So, um, it's a great lap timer, and it does some pretty rough data. I mean, you can see here miles per hour, lean angle, and g-forces, so braking and acceleration. So, with Ken Hill in his podcast, lean angle should be kind of a adding lean angle to the slowest point of the corner and then taking lean angle away. Um, Obviously, it would be the decelerating, adding lean angle, accelerating, taking lean angle away. And as far as the braking goes, this is kind of that positive acceleration above the G line, and then this is, not exactly the shark fin that we're looking for, but kind of. And granted, this happened on the warm-up lap, so um, yeah, not a great situation for me. But anyway, so let's take a look at this lap real quick. All right, so anywhere you see red is acceleration, duh, right? And anywhere you see gray is deceleration, and white is neither. So at the very least, I do a good job of not having a ton of neutral throttle or um, just basically engine braking without applying the brakes. So that looks good. um, all right, so we're entering the carousel on the brakes here. All right, and big radius corner, giant radius corner. And ideally, I mean, if I were doing this properly, I'd be taking my braking to maybe like here, right? So I'm finishing my deceleration really early in the corner. And on the lean angle graph over here, watch what happens when I start adding throttle, right? So I'm adding throttle, and my lean angle's going up. So adding throttle, lean angle's going up, right? So I'm still accelerating and my lean angle's going up. So that's wrong, right? The slowest point of the corner back here, I need to be adding lean angle to it and taking away lean angle from it as I'm accelerating. So as I add speed to this technique, it's only going to lead to problems, right? Which, you know, um, is definitely something that I'm trying to work on in my riding, is being more patient with the slow point of the corner and making sure that I'm taking away lean angle from the slow point of the corner, getting my eyes to an exit reference, all of these things. But anyway, so we're on to the back straight. I'm pretty light and long with my brakes here. Again, this is the warm-up lap, so I mean, I was going harder than most warm-up laps, but it was a colder day. It was like low 60s, mid 60s, overcast. So um, I wanted to get a good amount of heat in the tires, even though it was a warm-up lap. So here we go, entering to the slowest point of the corner, and this one I do a little bit better, right? So right here is about my slowest point of the corner, and that's about the maximum lean angle I reach in this corner. Definitely an entry corner because there's not a lot to be gained on the exit. And so I carry my brakes past turn in to, a little bit past that entry apex. All right. So I guess, yeah, I get slow point of the corner is technically right here. Or where I'm at maximum lean angle, I'm sorry, is right here. Slow point of the corner is right here. So technically it's better than the carousel, but still something I got to work on. I got to add lean angle to my slow point of the corner, take away lean angle from my slow point of the corner. When I'm adding lean angle, I'm having to add lean angle. It means I don't have direction. And when I don't have direction, you're adding speed and lean angle, you can get into trouble, which maybe is coming up somewhere around here. So start standing the bike up, and you can see here that speed's coming up. So taking lean angle away a bit more aggressively. Oh. All right. So get the bike stood up right here. So I'm accelerating the hardest from 34 degrees, and who knows how accurate this thing is, but I'm accelerating the hardest from 34 degrees up to 27, right? And that's when I'm getting parallel to my entry. And then back on the brakes, turning into the second left, right? So really quick turn in rate. So really quick, I get myself down to my max lean angle right here, which is, that's actually pretty good for that corner. I'm pretty happy with that. And it is kind of right after I finish my braking. I'm at max lean and picking up the throttle, not accelerating, just picking up the throttle, and about to flip it over for this right. So right around here, see where I'm adding lean angle, but it's decelerating? Yeah, that's because I'm high siding right there. So right there, it's really kind of strange because I'm basically straight up and down, and then 21 degrees of lean angle, and I'm high siding. It's not a ton of lean angle, even though I was technically on the gas. So with this corner, I'm not really rolling off. It's kind of like, okay, I pick the throttle up here at max lean, my slow point of the corner, maintain throttle, and normally I'd flip it over and just continue around to the next apex and drive it to my exit. But as I was flipping it over, the rear just stepped out and kicked me off. And yeah, so I don't know. It's not that I'm stumped. Like I get it. It's probably some version of what's happening here where I'm on the gas or accelerating without taking away lean angle from my slow point of the corner. So overall here, my big lesson learned, my big takeaway is, yeah, the lap time is coming down. I'm going quicker. I'm more competitive, but it's with considerable amount of risk when I'm exiting. So just thought I'd share this little demo of my lap timer with you guys. Got one other thing to show you. Over here, let's take a look at the lap data. All right. So top speed down the back straight was 130, which is actually a little slow compared to my previous qualifying races. It was around 135. And then you can see here again, my maximum lean angle on the right was 22 degrees, which, okay, maybe this thing isn't 100% accurate, but um, it has me thinking that maybe like I hit a bump or um, something else kind of aided that rear wheel stepping out. I mean, maybe it was the cold track. Um, and guys who I pit with will tell you, even rolling up on the crash cart, my tires were still warm. Uh, so the tires were warm off the tire warmers. So, but anyway, definitely, um, it's plain as day right here. I should be um, adding lean angle to my slow point and then taking it away on exit, and it's really bad. And this is probably the worst. Um, and then it's okay here, but still not. I'm still adding lean angle on the gas, which is not what you want to do. And then um, can't take any corner for granted on the gas is my big takeaway as well, even if it's only, you know, 20 degrees, 22 degrees of lean angle. But anyway, hope this helps you guys out if you're working with Ken or trying to figure out your slow points of the corner, or if you're trying to figure out why you're crashing if you're crashing. But all right, thanks a lot.